I'm Matt.
I'm Emily. Today's video is going to be relationship advice for young couples like us.
We're 22.
Yeah, well, we're a young couple.
We're 22. That's not young. That's
Yeah.
old. We're young adults.
Young adults. So if you're a young couple, whether you're 16 to 25, I consider that young couples, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to be giving you guys advice and our tips and tricks of surviving relationships for
What's
young
the hand
couples.
What is that?
Alright, anyways, let's get started with this video. Give this video a fat thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell to always be notified with our videos, and let's get this started because this fool trying to always talk smack about my hand gestures. Okay, so relationship advice you would give for young couples. Okay, let's give a little backstory of us.
Oh, God.
Of like what age we started dating.
16.
16, 17 years old,
yeah.
So we were definitely a young couple. We've been together for almost 6 years.
5 years and 8 months.
5.5 years.
5 years
I don't
and
even know anymore. It's just 5.5 years at this
Once
point.
it reaches January 2nd, it'll be 6 years.
Yeah, 6 years we'll make eventually. But as of right now, we've been together for 6 years and
5 years.
5.5 years, whatever, it doesn't matter.
Jesus.
So we've been together from the age we just said that we would give advice to, from that young age till 25. We're obviously not 25. We're 22. We're both 22.
Yeah.
My advice for like younger, like 16, 17, has we started.
Yeah.
Now we were a long distance couple. We still are. We've been doing this obviously for 5.5 years, but we've improved so much with long distance that we got to see each other much more, and we'll explain that throughout this video. But 16 and 17 was definitely rough for us because we were young. We were both in high school. We were long distance. We couldn't travel because we had to be a certain age with ID and stuff like that.
Yeah, but you came down when you were like 16.
Yeah, but I had an adult with me.
Oh.
So,
I had to go see her when I was 18.
Yeah. So, now, not that you can't travel, but you also have to have permission from your parents.
Yeah, if you're young,
yeah.
if you're young, you need permission from them. But it's like a slightly low chance you would get permission from them.
Especially traveling if you're an LDR couple. But if you're like in the same state, then it'll definitely be easier to meet up with that person. But lying to your parents is not cool either. I think being open and honest with your parents.
Yeah.
Now that was his struggle. He definitely was like...
It was hard to get to my mom. So.
Yeah. With my parents, I was open because nobody believed me about our age and like where he was from and things like that. But eventually they both started believing me. Now, my advice would be make sure 16 and 17 don't like rush into saying the I love yous, or don't start rushing, especially ladies. Don't rush into agreeing to be with somebody or peer pressure.
If you're friends with somebody at first, get to know the person. Get to know them first.
Yep.
Until you get to know their full backstory.
Go on a couple dates.
Yeah, a couple dates.
Go on a couple dates in the beginning. Also, don't let no man or woman peer pressure you.
Yeah.
It goes either or of gender, because there's some women that peer pressure men, and there's some men that peer pressure women.
What about peer pressure?
Like into doing...
Oh, sex?
Yeah.
Oh.
At that age. You know, especially for 16, 17, 18, it's definitely risky because teen pregnancy.
I was peer pressured. I didn't pressure you.
No, not at all.
She took her time.
I took my time. I told him I'll do it when I'm ready.
I was the one that was peer pressured when I was 14.
Yeah.
So.
Now, think about yourself also when you're in a relationship as individuals. Like Matt thought about himself when we started dating. If he thought about, is he going to be ready for an LDR relationship? Is he ready for a new relationship because he just got out of one?
Yeah.
You know, you got to think about yourself also before putting yourself in that predicament. That's just my honest opinion. I personally never been in opinion. I took my shot with him. I Kobe'd it.
Don't do that again. That was a weird
I took my shot.
What is that? What is that?
I took my shot with him, and I waited because now if you're in a relationship 13, 14 years old, that's honestly puppy love. Puppy love, that's all puppy love.
Yeah.
16, 17, it's not serious. It's like high school sweethearts type of thing going on. But me and Matt, we stood with each other for this long, and we grew as a couple from 16, 17 years old till 22 and forever to go.
Yeah.
And like I'm saying, guys, like if you're between those ages 16 to 18 years old, make your own decisions. Don't let your friends influence you.
Don't do anything stupid.
Don't do anything stupid.
Just, if you're destined to be with that one person, stick with that one person and don't do no stupid mistakes. Don't rush.
Don't rush into it because you guys are still young.
Like I said, get to know them. Get to know that person first.
You're definitely still young, you know.
Because I know me and her have done that before back in our past, and then we've got to know each other, and then we got to
know each other a lot. Like as we grew because we talked for like 2 months, 3 months before we made it official.
If it has to take that long, then screw it. It's worth it.
But like with us, like it seems like so quick, like we jumped into it, but we didn't really jump into anything.
Jump into it.
No, but I'm saying like in our relationship, we didn't jump into like kissing right away. We didn't jump into, things like that. Like we didn't. He was the one that said "I love you" first to me. Now, I feel like...
Oh, that's the main important point.
Yeah.
Don't say I love you first day you meet the person.
Yeah. Like, when you say I love you to them, you gotta genuinely know that you love that person. Yeah. Like, this is gonna be your forever.
If you feel it in your gut, if you feel it in your heart that you genuinely love the person, then you show it. But if you don't feel it as of yet, you still want to get to know the person.
Yep.
While you're with them, just take the time and just when you're ready, you say it. And when that person's ready, or you're a girl, a guy, whoever's ready to say it, just say it back. So.
And saying I love you, it took me how long? Like 6, 7 months to say I love you back. And that's okay, And it doesn't make you like question your relationship, or make sure you let the person know, like, you feel like that you really like them, but don't start the I love yous early, because it's going to be really rocky, and you're going to be confused at that age, especially 16 to 18.
Yeah.
With figuring out if you really do love that person. Now, as me and Matt got older, helping each other grow from 16 to 18, especially the high school years, with school, we helped each other. Now, definitely try to be there for your significant other with school, with their dreams, with their achievements, with their doubts, with their
Have that
fears.
one person that understands you and they'll help you out with it. Have that one person to always be there for you 24/7, and also be there for them too. That's another thing on being a good couple. You're always there for each other, always sacrificing for what you want to do in your life, and just constantly be there as much as possible. Just don't give up on them.
No, definitely, like if they have like strict parents, especially because we've never like. Your mom was a little strict, but she wasn't like strict. There's some religious parents that are very strict. She's a little strict,
but not strict.
Yeah, like.
She just worries a lot.
Yeah,
she's a mom.
She's a parent. She has the right to feel that way. Yeah. But there are some people that have parents that have very strict religious parents, very strict parents in general.
Yeah.
And that's all. And don't think it as like, oh, they don't trust you. It's just more of them trying to protect you, and that's what me and him learned. That they're just trying to have you safe and sound, making sure you're making the right decisions, because they don't want you to make the same mistakes they did from their past. And I've learned that, like, with myself, like, my parents, everything they have done for me, like, it's not because they're trying to put a damper in my life. It's because they're trying to put me in a better route than going this route.
Yeah.
Another thing I want to say is for, like, couples that are, like, between 18 to 25. Now those are like the ages of like love that you should start finding. Like anybody could find love at any age. No age limit to finding love,
Yeah.
But definitely don't, same thing for you. You're smarter at that age. You start maturing. Definitely try to make better decisions. Focus on yourself. How can I put this? And if you are a person that's a long distance, an in-person relationship, an online relationship, it doesn't matter what type of relationship you guys have with that person. Make sure you genuinely feel what you feel with that person. Don't lead somebody on. I feel like a lot of people our age group, between 18 and 25, there's a lot of people that just want one thing and one thing only. What's that, Matt?
Sex.
Yep. They wanna lead people on with their feelings, mess with their feelings
Then
for a couple months.
Even when there's a certain girl that'll tend to like a certain dude, and then they'll have that certain type of situation where they do have sex.
Yep.
And then they wake up the next day, he's
gone. Or they
and then you end up like feeling a certain type of way, and you're pregnant.
Yep. That happens a lot, guys. Like, there are people that get pregnant from just a one night stand. So make sure you use some protection, guys, or have some sort of birth control.
Or pull out.
Yeah.
It's so
but also, like, there's a lot of people that lead people's feelings on. Like, they play with people's emotions and juggle them around like it's a joke. And then, I'm telling you guys, karma is a real thing. Once you do something like that, it's going to bite you in the ass over. Like, it's definitely going to bite you in the ass, because at the end of the day, you and that person, that girl or that guy thought you had a connection. Whether it's the girl playing with the guy's feelings or it's the guy playing with the girl's feelings.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it shouldn't be where you guys are playing with each other's emotions, because these are real people. This is real emotions.
Yeah.
And sometimes people start falling for that person, and it's
not
like
really the right person to fall for.
Yeah, it's like
if you're a girl going to go after some freaking jock that's popular in the school, and he messes you up, exposes you to all this stupid crap, you're literally into the wrong person.
Yeah.
Or if you're a guy that's into the most popular girl and she screws you over with the same situation, what are you gonna do?
And be smart about choosing your person.
Be smart with who you're gonna pick as your one true only love. Because if you pick the wrong person, you're screwed, and at the end of the day, there's gonna be problems with you two in life, and there's gonna be certain situations that you don't really want to be in.
Yeah, you're not gonna be happy.
Yeah, exactly.
You're gonna be in a miserable relationship, toxic relationship, and also choose your person wisely. Don't be a stereotypical person and go, I don't want to date a chubby girl. I don't want to date a skinny girl. I don't want to date a chubby man. I don't want to date a tall man. I don't want to date a short man. Don't be that type of person, because that's stereotypical. Like, everybody has standards.
Nowadays, people, when they want to date others, is always, like, for instance, Emily right here. Yes, she's a big girl, and I love that. I'm into that. And I'm always will be, but she's the only person I want to be with.
Sorry, that got me like...
She's the only person I want to be with, because she acts like me and I act like her. We act the same. Nowadays, people want to go and date rather skinny girls.
It's unrealistic. Like, it's stereotypical.
It's ridiculous nowadays. Like, what? Guys, hello, you guys don't like thickness? You want a freaking flat chest and a thick butt? Hell no. No, I'm just saying.
That's people's preference.
No, I know that, but it's just wrong.
That's standards.
It's
People
wrong.
have a different preference for everybody. But don't be stereotypical where to make your selection... Like, yes, everybody has standards, like a certain eye color, certain type of hair, certain type of body type. Like, yeah, that's fine. But don't be like, don't judge them, especially. And don't make them feel less of themselves because they look a certain way.
Yeah.
Everybody's not perfect.
I'm sorry if I went off. Things like that piss me off.
And nobody's perfect. And don't judge racial colors.
Yeah, that too.
Like, you know those, is it irracial? Irracial color? Irracial relationships. I feel like that is such a beautiful thing. Like when a white girl dates a black man, or a Spanish girl dates a white man. It doesn't matter.
Is it? What if I talk about religious stuff?
No.
No.
Let's leave that out. Because that's. But even that, like you have to respect people's choices of life.
I understand that. Even I'm not gonna say that much about religious stuff because your religion is your religion. And you date whoever you want to date, but in my opinion, even if you're religious, you gotta think about this. You can date whoever you want. But even if you're religious, I understand.
And that's a touchy topic, you know.
Yeah, you gotta date that person. I'm not trying to get no religious people mad. I'm just saying, in my opinion, that if you're religious, you got, like I said, you gotta think about it. You can date whoever you want.
Yeah, but it also has to do with their belief, Matt.
Yeah, I know. That's
with belief. With religion, your significant other should respect that.
Yeah.
The same way respecting your body, your looks. Now, number one tip I'm gonna give: looks doesn't matter. Personality and who they are inside matters.
Yeah.
If you don't know who the person is inside and you're so focused on what's going on the outside, you're doing stuff wrong in the relationship. If you're so focused on because she has thick thighs and a small waist and long hair and pretty eyes.
You're basically looking for looks, not for personality. You basically want no person. You just want them for one thing and one thing only.
Yeah.
That's
and
it.
Personality is the most important thing when it comes to dating as a young couple, especially. Yeah, any age at this point, but dating as a young couple, with our generation especially, looks is like a big deal to our generation right now.
That's the only
and
thing
it's kind of sickening, honestly.
It pisses me off.
But another tip I'm gonna give you: no peer pressure.
Yeah.
Stop being stereotypical.
Don't do no stupid stuff.
Like if you have your standards up and your walls up, that's fine, because people go through shit in their past.
Yeah.
And people deal with stuff from their past. That's why they have their walls up. And they have their standards up because they were mistreated from a past relationship. And that's okay. No judgment towards there, because there are some people that survived a lot, domestic violence, abuse. But also, like, definitely try to find somebody out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
Like, definitely get out of your comfort zone. But yeah, I think, is there anything else we should say?
That's it. That's all we need to say. There's nothing else. Just all these tips that we're giving you guys, just be smart.
Be smart. Me and Matt are still growing and learning together this dating world, especially me. He's my first ever official, like, realistic boyfriend. Past relationship was all puppy love to me.
Yeah, mine too.
And me and him held it down for 6 years straight. It doesn't matter if you go through ups and downs. It doesn't matter. That's advice I'm going to give you, especially at this age. Right. Don't let the whole world into your relationship.
Oh, yeah,
Leave your relationship private. Leave it off social media. I feel like social media is so toxic.
We be seeing that all the time, too.
Social media is so toxic, especially for a relationship. You're letting the world for their opinion.
Yeah, you got people talking crap about you and your relationship, then they're talking about your girl, and a girl's talking about your man. Listen.
And even that, like, family members, if your family members don't like them, at the end of the day, it's not what you want.
It's what you want.
It's what you want and what makes you happy.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely keep your relationship private, because that is messy when it gets on social media. I'm trying to think. Yeah, social media is such a big thing in our generation that it's okay to post your significant other on Instagram, pictures here and there, and make like cute anniversary posts. That's fine. But when you're bringing drama to Facebook or you're bringing drama to Instagram, it's just gonna get messy. The whole world is just gonna be watching that, like your friend list, and everybody's just gonna be saying one thing and just stirring the pot. Just keep your relationship private, especially for young couples, because it gets messy very fast. Baby mamas, baby daddies, gets messy way too fast. Me and Matt, we have no kids, but I've witnessed it on my own Facebook of drama. Yeah. And it is messy. Just try to keep, if your family member feels some type of way, respect the way they feel, but don't let somebody change your mind of a decision of somebody you love. Yeah. And even if, like, your family member catches your significant other doing something, let them address it to you, But if they don't address it to you and go to another person, that I feel like that's stirring the pot to something that might be false, you know? Because, I don't know, I've witnessed too many things happen with significant others where people try to ruin relationships. And private life is a happy life. And me and Matt learned that, like, when we were younger, we definitely posted a lot more on social media, but now we keep our relationship private, and we keep, like, what goes on in our relationship private. Like, if it's good things, like something we achieve, we're definitely going to post about it.
Yeah.
And, like, things like that, that's fine. But when it comes to, like, private things, like sad things, mad things, it doesn't matter. Relationships should be private at all times. That's my last advice.
Just stay strong in your relationship. That's it.
Yeah. Definitely stay strong. Choose wisely. Keep your relationship private. What else?
No mistakes.
No mistakes. And even if that person makes a mistake, it's okay. You know, people change, and it's like tricky with like wording that. But yeah, definitely definitely choose wisely. What else, Matt?
That's it. Like they got all the.
And like me and Matt said, we're growing as a couple.
Yeah.
We're only 22. We hanging on this wheel as strong as we can. You know, we've been hanging on for so long together. We're eventually gonna move in together. Give you guys awesome content.
Probably like a year or two from now.
Yeah. With Corona, we don't know. Everything's up in the air.
Yeah.
But we're gonna move in together. We're eventually gonna start a family. We're not in no rush for anything.
You know, I want to be a dad.
But the only, of course, but our main focus is like pushing each other for our dreams, for sure.
Yeah. And
make sure you support your significant other with their goals, because that's another thing. Support your significant other's goals and try to push them, you know. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this relationship advice video. Give this video a fat thumbs up, and we'll see you guys on our next video. Bye, guys.